Hello, I'm Edivice, and I will show how to install GTA SDK.net for creating plugins for GTA in C# or .NET framework. So we can get to downloads and download the IP file. I will do it for Vice City. So first we have to extract it in the GTA folder, in the root folder, easily, or for the Andrews, or in the folder where SI files are loaded, and the SI loader is in the root folder, and GTA SDK.net is a separate folder which has a file which has the libraries that allow and makes calling game functions possible in .NET. So that's it, the installation is done. So let's create our first plugin. It will be for Vice City. We create a class library which is a DLL, and the framework should be 4.8, the version 4.8, and let's call it like Vice City plugin. Okay, let's call this Vice City. So Vice City plugin, this is our class. So first you have to add a reference to GTA SDK.net library to link against it. So browse, and in GTA Vice City folder there is GTA SDK.net folder. You can import GTA SDK.net DLL, add, and okay. Now you can write using GTA SDK, but now you are working for Vice City, so you have to use GTA is a Vice City namespace, and in next videos I will talk about supporting multi-games. So first, to make your plugin or your DLL able to load, you must do these things. First, make the class inherit from Vice City plugin class. Okay. Second, there should be a public constructor which got parameters of string array. We can call it command line or whatever, but it should be an array of strings. Okay, array of strings to have the command line. Okay, then your plugin is ready. Now first, here your code is executed once. In this scope, code is executed once the game loaded. When I mean once the game is loaded, I mean after the intro videos, not when when user player is in the world. When the game actually starts after intro videos, or it depends on using SI loaders that may load before videos. But if you didn't use an ACLI loader, the code will be executed after the intro videos. Okay, now let's try a small code. Now we can allocate a console. If now you can use .NET code as you like, but as example, we create a console.writeLine hello from C#. But you can't do that. You must first allocate console of the game, because the game doesn't have console. So you have to call the function unlock console, which the SDK provides that allocate console to gradient. So hello C#. Now you can build the project for a small test. So we will see the allocation of console and writing hello from C#. Okay, it's done now. So first I have to save the project. So I can have it in the source and repositories instead of having it in a temporary project. So let's build again. Okay, here is let's save it. So okay, here's the DLL. The Vice City plugin to DLL. You can copy it, and in the GTSDK.NET folder you can paste. But before pasting, before starting the game, you have to rename and add .NET. You have to add .NET DLL because the loader to differentiate between all these libraries and the library have to add .NET. Okay, now we can test the game. Let's enter value. Okay, after skipping, we can see that there is a allocated console, which is another Windows game and prints hello from C#. Okay, but if you close the console, the game closes. Okay, the first code works for now. Okay, we can add this console, but let's do something better. We can start a message, but before starting a message, we have to include reference Windows.Forms namespace instead, in case if you didn't reference it. So Windows and add Windows Forms using system.windows.forms. And now you can use message box function. Now you have .NET code over the game, so you can call all the functions you want. Message box.show. Let's say let's a game started. Now you can now build. It's good. Okay, and take the plugin and instead of copying many times, you can change the output directory and change the namespace name, so you can have .NET .NET every time you build. So let's try now. Okay, here is it, our message box that indicates game start. Now you can do many things. You can start the game, you can design your form, window form, and show it. But now about game, let's talk more about game code. Now first, as we know, we can use events. We can use events. The events are used for indicating many callable callbacks. Example, game ticking event is this event makes a function that calls a specific function every tick in the game, like every frame. Okay, so first we have to create a function. It can be an public void, and let's call it tick. This means that we have added tick function to end the game ticking event. Now we can do small thing. As example, let's set the weather or use any game function. Let's using CHAT as example, but I want if is key pressed, and from the keys F5 as example, I want to show a message. If it create a message like sheet activated ones, the game function is set help message from CHAT class. Set help message. So for now, string message like hello, and there is optional parameters like quick message, none. You can add them or leave them to, and the compiler will autocomplete them. So CHAT set help message. We can create is you want is a quick message, false. You want is permanent message, false. This is lock, or how it looks in the game code. Okay, so see how the message. Now every time we press F5, it will show this message. Now let's build and see how it will work. So if you pressed F5 while the game, I have to close the game. If you have pressed F5 while the game isn't loaded, it will not execute. So let's see now. Let's copy, and this last time. .NET, and let's see. And I have opened the game now. Now I'm pressing F5, but nothing will happen. If you made this code in the constructor, it will crash. Okay, now let's can load again. Now let's press F5 now after the game is loaded. Okay, here it works. Hello. The function called again. And it works well. So that's for it now. I will try to make new videos, and I hope it works.